Have you ever felt like life is just one challenge after another, as if you're cursed? What if I told you it's not bad luck, but rather a sign that you've been chosen for something incredible? Think about it. Every time you face a setback, it's not a punishment. It's a divine test, molding you into a stronger version of yourself. Those heartbreaks and failures, they're proof that you're meant to carry immense light. So when resistance piles up, remember, you're not broken. You're being prepared for a greater purpose, one that only you can fulfill. Embrace the struggles. They are the stepping stones to your power. Looking back through the lens of ancient wisdom, we find a thread weaving through various cultures that speaks to our very essence. This is the sacred law of opposing forces, light meeting darkness, and the opponent stepping forward when we ignite the flame of our soul. Each tradition presents these challenges not merely as obstacles, but as essential trials that propel us towards awakening and self-discovery. Consider the ancient Egyptians. They had a profound understanding of the soul, described through the concept of the Ba, often visualized as a vibrant flame. This flame carries our essence, illuminating our path. Yet, with light comes shadow. In the realm of the Duat, the Egyptian underworld, the Ba faced tests that mirrored its brilliance. These tests were not meant to be cruel or punishing. Instead, they served as catalysts for growth. Just as a flame flickers against the dark, the trials we encounter in life are designed to fortify us, to help us face our fears and shadows. They challenge us to rise, to become stronger, and to embrace the complexities of existence. Fast forward to the Gnostic texts, where we encounter a similar theme. Here, the concept of the archons, or archontic forces, takes center stage. These entities, often portrayed as bureaucratic and confining, act as challenges for those awakening to their divine potential. They are not external demons, but rather manifestations of our own doubts, fears, and societal expectations that strive to shackle us. The awakening soul, much like a bright star emerging from the night sky, must navigate through these veils of obscurity. Each encounter with an archon is not to drag us down, but to ignite the divine spark within, to remind us that we possess the power to transcend their influence. Now, pivoting to Kabbalah, we find an intriguing reinterpretation of the opponent. Traditionally viewed as an adversarial force, in Kabbalistic teachings, the opponent is described as a mirror reflecting our internal struggles. This is pivotal because it shifts our perspective on challenges from perceived threats to opportunities for introspection. The opponent encourages us to confront our weaknesses with courage. Instead of being an external demon, it's our own doubts and fears that we face. The revelations foster personal mastery, offering us the chance to transform vulnerabilities into strengths. This sacred law speaks directly to our lives today. There are moments, perhaps in your quest for career advancement or personal fulfillment, when you feel the weight of opposition. It might be in the form of discouragement, failures, or even our own inner critic. In these moments, recognize that this trial is not designed to derail you, but to awaken the fierce spark of resilience within you. By understanding that light and darkness are inextricably linked, we become aware that every challenge we face is a crucial part of our journey. The obstacles confronting us hold valuable lessons waiting to be absorbed. They invite us to explore the depths of our character and, in turn, empower us to climb higher than we ever thought possible. Each trial, rather than a dead end, is a stepping stone toward our highest selves. Recognizing this sacred law allows us to face the shadows bravely and transcend our limitations. So the next time darkness creeps in, remember that it is merely a test of your inner light. Feel the flame of your Bay burning bright, for it is through the trials that you will not only awaken to your true potential, but also emerge transformed on the other side. As we navigate our journey toward personal transformation, it's almost inevitable that we encounter resistance. You might have experienced this yourself. Perhaps you've made a decision to improve your health, embark on a new career path, or commit to a more fulfilling relationship. At that very moment of decision, when you're filled with hope and ambition, it feels as if the universe conjures a storm of obstacles to test your resolve. This is not mere coincidence. It's part of the transformational process. Consider this. Just when you opt for change, those old patterns of doubt and fear seem to rise from the depths of your subconscious, often louder than ever. It's as if they've been lying in wait, ready to sabotage your progress at the first sign of courage. The fear of failure whispers insidiously while chaos rages around you. Why does it feel that just as we reach to grasp something transformative, it slips further away, almost purposefully? This isn't a sign that you should retreat. Rather, it's a profound indicator that you're on the brink of a breakthrough. Resistance acts like a gatekeeper, standing at the threshold of your next level of growth. Picture it as a rite of passage, where the universe is demanding a simple but profound question. Are you truly ready to receive more? Every ounce of fear, each nagging doubt, these are not barriers meant to thwart you, but rather checks meant to affirm your readiness. It's as if the universe is scrutinizing your intention, ensuring that what you seek aligns with who you are meant to become. Can you relate to that feeling when everything seems to conspire against your plans? Perhaps it's the fear of change gnawing at your resolve. Or maybe it's chaos in your surroundings, unexpected events that threaten to derail you. You might feel overwhelmed, like you're standing in the midst of a storm, questioning whether your ambitions are worth pursuing. This very turmoil, however, is the scuffle right before the light breaks through. It's crucial not to equate resistance with failure. Instead, see it as a signal of impending growth. Think back to moments in your life where you faced significant challenges right before an important change. These hurdles often emerge at pivotal moments: graduations, job changes, or even the pursuit of new relationships. That cloud of doubt fills our minds just before a significant transformation, turning our self-discovery journey into an unexpected battle between the old self and the new. So how does one cultivate readiness? Acknowledge the storm. Understand that chaos is simply the universe's test, a necessary process that precedes every successful transformation. Embrace the discomfort. After all, resilience is forged in turbulent times. It's about leaning into that resistance rather than shying away from it. By engaging with these fears, recognizing them for what they are, temporary roadblocks, you create the space necessary for real change to occur. Ultimately, remember this: when you feel resistance mounting, consider it a precursor to potential greatness. You are not at the end of your journey. You are at a crucial juncture that leads to greater opportunities and unexplored paths. When you make the conscious choice to stand firm, even in the face of adversity, you affirm your commitment to growth. In this way, resistance transforms from a daunting adversary into an invaluable ally, guiding you on the path to your breakthrough. The paradox we often face in our journeys is intriguing. The more light we seek, the denser the shadows seem to become. Imagine this: a candle's flame flickers brighter as the darkness deepens surrounding it. Similarly, as we tap into our potential and reach for greatness, we inevitably encounter resistance. This force is often misinterpreted as punishment or a sign of failure, but in reality, it's merely the universe's way of testing our resolve. You've probably experienced it yourself. Right before a breakthrough, a moment when everything starts to align, you might feel an overwhelming surge of self-doubt, confusion, or even despair. Artists can relate to this well. The canvas feels blank, the notes seem muted, and the words evade your grasp. At this moment, it feels as if you are up against an invisible wall, one you've never noticed until now. The raw emotion of fear takes hold, suggesting that maybe this path isn't for you, that your dreams are just illusions. But here's where the magic lies. Those who decide to lean into this resistance, who push against that wall, often find themselves transformed. It's not just about creating something beautiful. It's about the purification process that occurs when we confront our shadow self. This phase, laden with struggle, is not about stumbling, but rather a rebirth of sorts, a metamorphosis into a more resilient, enlightened version of ourselves. When we embrace discomfort and coursing pain, we unearth the true gems of wisdom tucked away beneath layers of hesitation. Pain becomes raw material, shaping us into a depth that can only be birthed through struggle. As we learn to navigate this paradox, we grow closer to mastery. It's in these moments of resistance that we find our strength, our voices, and ultimately, our purpose. Lean into the shadows. They illuminate the path to your brightest creation. Resistance is something we all confront at various stages of our lives. A nagging voice in our heads, the weight of past failures, or even external circumstances that seem to conspire against us. But what if I told you that this resistance is more than just a hurdle to overcome? It's actually a powerful ally in our journey towards personal growth and transformation. Think about a time when you felt stuck or faced a daunting challenge. Perhaps it was during a pivotal moment in your career, a relationship struggle, or when you set out to achieve a personal goal. In those moments, resistance often appears in the form of self-doubt, fear of the unknown, or even procrastination. It's easy to view these feelings as signs that we should retreat, but instead, they should signal us to press on. Recognizing resistance as proof of growth is crucial. The truth is, the darkness often pushes back hardest when we're on the brink of something significant, the moments just before a breakthrough. Imagine a seed pushing through the soil. That resistance from the earth is not just a barrier to growth, but an integral part of the process. It strengthens the seedling, preparing it to reach for the sky. In the same way, every ounce of resistance you meet can serve to forge your character and define your path. Instead of reacting impulsively when you encounter resistance, take a moment to observe. Step back and ask yourself, what is this challenge trying to teach me? This shift from reaction to observation can turn a moment of chaos into an opportunity for transformation. Becoming a student of your struggles allows you to gather insights that will serve you later on, turning every obstacle into a valuable lesson. Next, instead of pushing against the resistance, try to align with it. This might seem counterintuitive at first. Why would you align with something that feels like a barrier? But when you stop fighting against the current and begin to flow with it, you can find new pathways opening up. This doesn't mean giving in or accepting defeat. It's about recognizing that some resistance is an essential part of steering your course. You might find that what seems like an impenetrable wall is merely a step to the side in disguise. Every moment of resistance is sacred training. It's compressing pressure into strength, transforming chaos into clarity, and shaping struggle into a more profound understanding of yourself. Embrace these challenges. They are often the stepping stones toward your greatest achievements. When you hold on to this perspective, you unleash a reservoir of inner power that transcends the immediate discomfort. You learn to thrive in the midst of adversity, mastering not only the challenges before you, but also discovering deeper layers of resilience within yourself. So the next time you encounter resistance, take heart. Allow it to inform your journey, to train you in skills you may not realize you need just yet. And remember, the power lies not in avoiding resistance, but in embracing it as a vital part of your growth story. Navigating through life's storms can feel overwhelming, but it's essential to recognize that resistance often signals you're on the verge of significant transformation. Think of those challenging moments as powerful indicators that change is coming. When you hit those roadblocks, instead of feeling defeated, try to embrace the resistance. This is your signal that something profound is about to shift, and you can move through it with intention. Now, once you've acknowledged the resistance, it's crucial to become the silent witness of your emotions. Picture this. Instead of being swept away by anger or sadness, you choose to observe your feelings with curiosity. When you step back, you create a space for understanding. Ask yourself why you feel that way and what deeper issues might be surfacing. This self-awareness breeds clarity, allowing you to engage with your emotions without being consumed by them. In this way, your emotional landscape becomes a map for personal growth, guiding you toward healing and insight. The next step invites you to release your grip on the outcome. It's natural to want control, to ensure that everything turns out just right. But striving too hard can create tension. Instead, set your intentions clearly and then let go. Aim for what you desire, but trust the process. It's a delicate balance, allowing yourself to hope while simultaneously surrendering to whatever unfolds. Trusting the flow of life means accepting that sometimes the universe has bigger plans than we can foresee. This fall into faith can be incredibly liberating. Redirecting your energy from frustration to gratitude is a transformative practice. When faced with obstacles, it's easy to let feelings of resentment simmer. But why not shift gears? Start recognizing the tiny silver linings that exist in troubling situations. Perhaps a setback has pushed you toward new opportunities, or a challenging person has taught you the importance of boundaries. Gratitude reframes your perspective, allowing you to see the beauty within the chaos, inviting in more positivity. Then, as you face your barriers, ask yourself, what lesson does this obstacle bring? Every challenge carries a hidden message, a lesson waiting to be unveiled. Reflect on your experiences and the wisdom they yield. This inquiry can directly transform the way you perceive your storms. Instead of seeing them as threats, view them as invaluable teachers. Each lesson learned strengthens you, equipping you for future challenges. Visualizing resistance as a gate rather than a wall is a powerful mental shift. A gate implies that there's an opening, a passage to something more, whereas a wall suggests a hard stop. Visualize standing before this gate and knowing that you have the keys within you to unlock it. Imagine stepping through, and on the other side lies growth, opportunities, and new beginnings. This visualization helps dismantle fears and allows you to approach resistance with a sense of curiosity rather than dread. Finally, it's essential to remember that you are not alone on this journey. Every enlightened soul you admire has encountered their storms, struggled through the resistance, and emerged stronger on the other side. You're part of a shared human experience. When you feel isolated in your struggles, remind yourself of the countless others who have walked a similar path. Community and connection are vital, and sharing your experiences can cultivate immense strength. When you practice these 7 steps, each storm transforms into a sacred threshold of evolution. By seeing resistance as an invitation to growth, you emerge not just weathered, but profoundly enriched. No storm lasts forever. The sky's clear, leaving you with clarity and new wings to soar. Embrace this journey of transformation, for it is through storms that we often discover our true selves. In moments of darkness, remember this: it doesn't rise against the weak, it challenges those chosen to lead. Your toughest days serve as evidence that you're treading the ancient path of transformation. When everything seems to unravel, know that it's not an ending, but an initiation into something greater. You are not cursed. You're called to illuminate the shadows. Embrace resistance. It's not your enemy, but a testament to your strength. Keep moving forward, even when the weight feels heavy. Your breakthrough is just around the corner, waiting for you to claim it. Keep shining your light.